Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be unboxing the Yulinlon Simulated Primary Eyebrow. It's a waterproof jewel light 36-hour wear eyebrow pencil in the color brown. It's a 4-tip. And I think it's more like a brown black. And we will be unboxing this today. Funny story. My mom had said that a package had come in and she expected it to be something else, and she asked me to open up the package. And there were a couple of items in there, not the one that she had ordered. And I told her what those items were, and she told me that this eyebrow pencil was part of my Christmas present, so I could have it now. And I thought this would be a great opportunity to do an unboxing with you all, because I have never heard of this brand. However, it is from Amazon. And so Amazon sells a lot of items, and so I am not surprised. There are some items and products and brands there that you may never have heard of, but I think this is a great opportunity to try something new. And I normally use powders for to fill in my eyebrows. I believe it was 2 years ago, I had gotten my eyebrows tattooed. They were like micro tattooed. I forget the name of the procedure. It's like micro needled or something. So while they are tattooed, they are gonna fade over time. And so they faded within a year. I don't regret doing it because I still have an outline for where to fill in my eyebrows, versus before that procedure, I had no idea. Like, my eyebrows never looked identical. It was just, I spent hours upon hours trying to make them look somewhat similar, and it just never turned out. So the tattoo is still there. It's very faded though. I would like to fill it in one day. But it still gives me a proper outline. So I normally would go in with an eyeshadow to kind of make my eyebrows look a little bit natural. However, that's not always the case, because I tend to fill in my eyebrows with the color darker than my natural hair color, so I do need to work on that. However, I am excited about this because it does say, one, it's waterproof. Eyeshadow is not necessarily waterproof. I've never heard of a waterproof eyeshadow powder before, so this is new. And it says that it simulated primary eyebrow. So it's supposed to simulate what an eyebrow would look like, a natural eyebrow, so that's kind of nice. And it says that it's in like brows 4-tip in the color black. I thought it said brown. I thought it was like a brown black, but it says brows 4-tip. So it kind of gives you a little bit of a room to kind of fill in and things like that. So I am kind of excited about that. And it says it lasts 36 hours, which I have never heard of before. And especially with doing your eyebrows with eyeshadow, it does not last. If you're lucky, it'll last till the end of the day, because sometimes if you're sweating or say you're in the rain, it can kind of come off because it's a powder. So I am excited about this, but enough about talking about it. Let's open it up and see. Okay, so here's what comes in the kit. This is a kind of like a spoolie brush to kind of shape your eyebrows before you apply the eyebrow pencil. And then this is kind of like if you want to blend it in or anything like that. A lot of times I'll use, when I would do powder, or when I do powder, because I'm still doing it currently until today, I hope to try this product, I would dip the angled brush into the powder, and it'd kind of give a little bit of a shape to my eyebrows. So that is amazing. I didn't even expect this to be included, but I'm happy that it did. And then we have the product itself. It's cute. It kind of looks like a pen, honestly. It was very well wrapped. It kind of took me a minute to unwrap it. That's why I kind of did it off the camera, because it took more than a minute. And then as we open it very closely, you can see the little grooves. So that's really great, and I think that will be good with shaping and just kind of filling in where you want it. So that is pretty cool, and the packaging is great. Like I said, it looks like a little pen, and then the logo is on here also. And what I love about this is that you can put it in your purse, in your overnight bag, in your makeup bag when you're traveling. A lot of times when I do a eyeshadow, I use an eyeshadow to fill in my brows. It's a palette. I don't normally get like an eyeshadow or an eyebrow powder kit. I have one from Wet n Wild that I just got as part of a Christmas gift as well. But I would normally just use a palette, and just imagine having to carry around a palette everywhere you go. I mean, it can take up a lot of room depending on how big your palette is. So, I'm having some high hopes about this, and I hope that it comes true. So, the reason why I bring this little paper up is because it does give you some hints, tips, and tricks on how to apply this eyebrow pen, and it depends on the product. If you are getting this from a specific brand, they don't always have instructions. So this is really cool. And it says product introduction. Our brand's eyebrow pen can easily outline. It seems like there some grammar errors, but we get the idea. Can easily outline natural and smooth eyebrow lines, creating a lively and natural eyebrow effect. The eyebrow pencil is specifically formulated to be waterproof, sweat-proof, and smudge-proof for long-lasting perfection. And when you're using a eyebrow powder, It's normally not waterproof. It's normally not smudge proof nor sweat proof. So this is another added bonus. Okay, it says warm tips. I think that's like warning tips. Be careful not to use too much force to avoid drawing overly thick lines. Do not apply back and forth within 10 seconds after drawing. So that's a good tip, because a lot of times, I know I'm guilty of this. I just pack it on and continue to pack it on until I think it looks good. But sometimes the lighter, the better, I have noticed that if I continue to fill in my eyebrows and just pack on the eyeshadow that I use in place of an eyebrow powder, if I continue to pack it on, the darker it gets, and that's not always the look. Sometimes it needs to be a little bit lighter, so I do agree with that. Before use, please gently shake eyebrow pen up and down several times before use to prevent the liquid in the eyebrow pen from mixing. If there's too much liquid in the pencil, dilute it once with a tissue before use. That's smart. After use, ensure long-lasting performance by keeping the cap tightly closed, and storing the product horizontally to keep the liquid flowing freely. And then color selection suggestion. It is recommended for people with dark hair to choose a dark colored eyebrow pen, while people with light hair are more suitable for a light colored eyebrow pen. Please choose the most suitable color based on your personal hair color, skin color, and makeup style. That's pretty accurate. I often struggle with choosing a eyebrow powder based upon my hair color, and my hair color now is a black base with some caramel highlights. So I do think that the black eyebrow pencil will best suit my hair color, but it's the truth. If you have a lighter color hair, such as like a blonde, honey blonde, light brown, honey brown, I would go for like a brown, not too light brown, but a brown. And then if you have like a black color hair base like myself, a black or maybe even a dark brown. So there's a lot of choices that you can choose from, but not everybody knows what this specific area has said. So it's nice that it is available for you to read and to learn from too. Okay, it says how to use. For detailed instruction on product usage, please refer to the package box, which we have. And then storage conditions: store in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight and high temperature. Avoid storing the product in overly humid environments to prevent it from affecting its performance. So again, not a lot of, from what I've encountered, eyebrow pencils, eyebrow eyeshadows, or maybe like a brow powder have not given me as much instruction as this little paper has. So it's nice, and I hope that it's true to what it says. Nothing on the back. Okay, all done. Next, I don't think I'm going to be able to read all that, because method 1, the normal eyebrow person, and then method 2, sparse eyebrow person. So there's a couple of hints, tips, and tricks, and that is really nice. They're so tiny, I don't think I can read them. Anyway, this is the product boxing. I'm going to shake this up off camera, and then we're going to try and just do a quick little test and see if the color is true to form. So hold that thought. I'll be right back. Okay, so I shook it up a little bit, not too much, but not too little. And I'm going to go ahead and swatch. So here is the pencil. More like a pen, really, but. And then I'm just going, oh, okay. Look at that. It kind of shows the lines there. I think that's why that little pencil, or not pencil, that eyebrow brush is there to kind of like fill it in. But it's highly pigmented. And let's see if it's smudge proof. I'm kind of doing this off camera only because I'm holding my camera, so it's kind of hard to do both at the same time. But let's hold that thought, and I'm gonna kind of rub it in and see what we get. Ooh, okay, this is the finger that I used. No, nothing. You do not see any type of eyebrow pen. And then, look, here, it kind of looks a little, no, actually, I don't really think there's much of a smudge, which I love. I'm excited to try this and kind of just see. And I really look forward to this. So we'll see what happens. I think if anything, if you want to manipulate this, meaning that you might want to blend it in a little bit, you could possibly do it as soon as you put it on, because as soon as I swatched it, it was dry, like immediately. So I feel like you're against the clock on that, but I mean, it looks really nice and uniform, and I love that. So, thank you so much for watching. If you are so inclined to like, subscribe, or even respectfully comment down below, I'd appreciate it, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye.